The CEO had secretly loved the woman for years and finally married her. On their wedding night, he was so overjoyed that he couldn't bear to be even an inch away from her, clinging to her side like a lost puppy. But the woman, who had only agreed to this flash marriage 3 days earlier, was still completely unprepared for this level of intimacy. So the CEO made her a deal. He would lie down and go to sleep quietly, but only if she called him husband just once. The helpless woman had no choice but to give in and mumble the word. But even after he rolled over to his side of the bed, he still couldn't resist inching closer and closer to her, until he was practically lying on top of her and almost pushed her right off the edge of the bed. It all started 3 days ago. The woman had accidentally caught her fiancé cheating on her with his secretary in his car. Instead of making a scene, she quietly pulled out her phone and recorded the whole thing. But when she got home, she found her fiancé sitting in her living room acting like nothing had happened, and his mistress was sitting right next to him. The woman asked the secretary bluntly if she was her fiancé's girlfriend. Her father flew into a rage and ordered her to stop joking, because he was planning to marry her off to the man that very day. But the woman simply pulled out the video she had just recorded. The room fell dead silent. The fiancé grabbed his secretary and fled in disgrace. Heartbroken, the woman went to a bar alone to drown her sorrows. But when she got drunk, she mistook the CEO sitting next to her for a male stripper. She fell head over heels for his handsome face, grabbed him by the tie and dragged him straight to a hotel room. The CEO knew perfectly well it was a misunderstanding, but he followed her willingly anyway. The next morning, the woman woke up and was stunned to discover that the man was actually her old high school classmate. She tried to pretend nothing had happened, but the CEO demanded that she take responsibility for what happened between them. It turned out that paparazzi had taken photos of them together the night before, and if there was no official explanation, it would ruin her family's company. With no other choice, the woman married the CEO that same day. But she thought this was nothing more than a contract marriage. She told him bluntly that if he ever met someone he truly loved, she would divorce him immediately. The CEO was furious. He had fallen in love with her at first sight back in high school. But just as he was about to confess his feelings, he found out she was moving abroad with her family. The oil painting she had given him before she left was the only thing he had, and he had treasured it for all these years. Luckily, fate had brought them together at last. But just then, the woman's ex-fiancé showed up with her father to beg for forgiveness. He offered to give her family a huge business project in exchange for her taking him back. Just as her father was starting to hesitate, the CEO stepped forward, pulled the woman protectively into his arms, and announced to everyone present that he was now her husband. The entire room was left speechless.